Firearm seized in Manchester after man points weapon at police. The Manchester police made its first firearm seizure for the new year, following a confrontation with a man who was on bail for murder committed in 2022. A police source told reporters that a Glock 17 pistol was seized in Comfort District, South Manchester, around 1 a.m. with 17 rounds. The seizure followed a series of events on New Year's Day Eve involving the 20-year-old man who was on bail for murder. About 5 p.m. on New Year's Eve, our unit was passing through Comfort coming into Broadleaf when a car drove up and they observed a man alighted from the vehicle and pointing a gun at another man, the source said. The man shouted for the police, and the man with the gun pointed the weapon at the police. The police took evasive action and opened gunfire. The gunman was shot, but fled the scene with the firearm, added the source. Police said the driver of the car also fled the scene on foot. The alleged gunman eventually turned up at hospital with a gunshot wound. He was treated and discharged into police custody. Hours later, the police returned to Comfort and found the Glock 17 pistol, which they suspected the alleged gunman pointed at them. Nation's leaders urge citizens to display more compassion, positivity, and unity this year. The nation's leaders are urging citizens to display more compassion, positivity, and unity this year. In their New Year's Day messages, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and Opposition Leader Mark Golden acknowledged that 2023 was marred by many challenges such as crime, road crashes, and climate change impacts. They said for these situations to improve, Jamaicans must work together. Sir Patrick Allen said people should be more caring.
In this new year, let us embrace the role of being our brothers and sisters' keepers. Let us foster a culture where we do not just look out for ourselves, but also look out for our neighbors, friends, and even the strangers. Our collective welfare hinges on our individual actions. So let us choose empathy, kindness, understanding, and rectitude as our guiding principles.
Meanwhile, Mr. Holness urged Jamaicans to be optimistic.
Let us rejoice with gratitude and embrace the 2024 canvas of possibilities to paint new and better pictures for our future with vibrant colors of our Jamaican creativity, dreams, and aspirations, or complete the masterpieces we have started with optimism and determination.
While Mr. Golden said he is committed to working towards creating a better country.
I am committed to working constructively and in good faith with all well-thinking Jamaicans, regardless of political affiliation or the considerations that have too long divided us, towards finding the ways and means to secure a better future for our country. Our proud history of overcoming oppression and adversity is a testament to our ability to overcome challenges and emerge stronger. Now, more than ever, we must harness that strength to address the pressing issues that lie before us.
Cocaine valued at over US $1 million seized at port in Kingston. Cocaine valued at over $1 million was seen during a multi-agency operation at a port in Kingston on Saturday. Teams from the Jamaica Customs Agency, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and the Jamaica Defense Force carried out the operation. The Customs Agency reported that law enforcement officers acting on intelligence executed a targeted operation that resulted in the search of a vessel which was docked at a port in Kingston. This led to the discovery of 30 rectangular packages containing a white substance. It was later confirmed to be 38 kilograms of cocaine. The Customs Agency said this latest seizure is another significant blow to the organized criminal network involved in the illegal drug trade. It further noted that the police have taken charge of the ongoing investigation into this significant drug seizure. Commissioner of Customs Velma Ricketts-Walker commended the collaborative efforts of the agencies involved, stating that the successful joint operation reflects the dedication and determination of the nation's agencies to uphold the rule of law and protect communities from the devastating impact of drug trafficking. Ricketts-Walker added that the agency and its partners remain vigilant in their efforts to protect Jamaica from threats posed by its transnational crime and will continue to work together to combat illicit activities as well as maintain the security of the nation. INDECOM says 2023 was challenging due to the high number of incidents. The Independent Commission of Investigations INDECOM has reported that 2023 was a challenging year due to the number of incidents which occurred. As at Friday, December 29, 152 people were fatally shot by members of the security forces, an increase of at least 18 over the same period in 2022. Speaking with reporters, Commissioner of INDECOM Hugh Faulkner said over 1,000 complaints were also received. He again called for the use of body-worn cameras by members of the security forces.
With the numbers of incidents that we have to respond to, then it would have been a challenging year. The Commission had over 1,000 complaints, and that was the case in 2020 and 2021. 2022 went to about 960, thereabout. And then 2023 has over 1,000 complaints. To bolster and enhance oversight and investigation, the Jamaica Eye and all CCTV systems are helpful in many instances, but there needs to be a further step where the officers are equipped with body-worn cameras.
Police, firemen, among 180 trained in Jamaican Sign Language. Deaf and hard-of-hearing members of society are now poised to have direct access to a range of social services including police, fire and legal services, as some public servants were among the 180 people who were recently trained and certified to communicate using Jamaican Sign Language. The training was part of the Enabling Opportunities for Persons with Disability project funded by the European Union and implemented by Rise Life Management Services. Representatives from 11 government agencies were among the participants in the Sign Language training program, which included the Jamaica Constabulary Force and its Center for Investigations of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse (CISOCA), the Jamaica Fire Brigade, the Court Service, and health facilities. There were also participants from the financial sector and from the civil society sector. RISE reported that the Jamaica Fire Brigade achieved a 90% success rate, with 36 out of 40 participants completing Level 1. Commendable success was seen in Level 2, with 28 out of 34 individuals successfully completed the training, while 9 of 10 participants graduated at Level 3. Addressing the project closing ceremony at the Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf in Mandeville, Executive Director of RISE, Nadine Chambers, Gross discussed the significance of the intervention. The EOPD project was born out of the commitment to combat stereotypes, enhance accessibility, and provide vital support services to persons with disabilities. By surpassing targets in sign language training for key government agencies and the private sector, we have taken substantial steps towards fostering a more inclusive Jamaican society, she stated. The 24-month EOPD project, which started in December 2021 and culminated in November 2023, extended beyond sign language training. It also featured vocational skill training, providing Heart NSTA Thrust certification in early childhood education, baking, and tractor and farm equipment operations for beneficiaries at the CCCD. Also, the Abilities Foundation, where 20 persons with disabilities were trained in carpentry. Equipping persons with disabilities with vocational skills is about empowering them to be independent contributors to society. The training opened doors to more opportunities and avenues for sustainable income, Chambers Cross stated. For its part, the delegations of the European Union to Jamaica, Belize, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos Islands, and the Cayman Islands, represented by Program Manager Vanna Lawrence, expressed pleasure with the far-reaching impact of the project. We at the EU are pleased to have supported the actions of this project as it aids the government of Jamaica through CSO action to meet its obligation under the Disabilities Act on behalf of Jamaicans with disabilities, she stated. We acknowledge that in the face of multiple and intersecting needs, many vulnerable persons find themselves left behind. It is our hope, therefore, that the actions of this project have influenced the lives of approximately 2.7% of Jamaicans that suffer hearing loss and further influence the levels of societal support. for the inclusion of all persons living with disabilities. Meanwhile, Minister of State, Minister of Labour and Social Security Norman Dunn, in remarks delivered at the EOPD closing ceremony, commended the project's alignment with national policies including the Disabilities Act of 2014. Covering areas such as accessibility, education, employment, support services, this act highlights our dedication to creating an inclusive and supportive environment for our people, stated Dunn. In tandem with the Disabilities Act, the National Policy for Persons with Disability underscores the government's commitment to promote the full inclusion and participation of persons with disability in every facet of our national development, he added. Other notable areas of the project included a comprehensive national media campaign, financial support to third parties, and initiatives targeting life skills development and psychosocial support. The media campaign, initiated during International Disabilities Week 2022, featured videos, PSAs, and animated content to communicate the right-based aspect of the Disabilities Act using cultural appropriate messaging. Among the third parties that benefited from the social support and financial support under the EOPD was the Jamaica Association for the Deaf, which achieved objectives such as developing a virtual information desk for parents of deaf children and training 12 deaf women to become work-ready. Support was also provided to deaf women who had experienced gender-based violence. As for the life skills component, the curriculum was delivered to 52 individuals at the CCCD and to 20 persons at the Abilities Foundation. Further, the project delivered psychosocial support for providing counseling services to 30 deaf women who experienced various forms of violence, including gender-based violence. Reflecting on the scope of the training provided, Chambers Cross congratulated the participants, encouraging them to leverage the acquired training to foster personal and professional development in their respective lives and communities. May each newfound skill empower you to overcome barriers, pursue your aspirations, and contribute meaningfully to your personal development and that of your community and the wider society, she stated. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.